Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Thought I would teach you a lesson on how to eat and or reheat awesome leftovers. I'm going to go ahead and do the big reveal first and then we'll do the verbatim. Ta-da! Can't put my lens to it, but I'll explain as we go. When I had initially made this, and it's on my long videos, I might have did a short, and it was horrible because I had forgot to mention how long to cook it. So on the initial recipe, let me back up in case anybody backtracks from this. You cook it in the oven until it starts bubbling on the sides. And this was bubbling until I said, okay, we'll go ahead. And I do recommend these. It comes with a, that thing right there, which is basically a burner. Or for people that don't have stoves, maybe they don't have a setup. But I actually cooked mine in the hot oven, which it'll be going back. But, okay, as you see it now, it had a chunk. We had eaten about this much since we made it Saturday. So basically I had a smaller one, and I thought, well, my husband takes my recipes, and when I mention, certain ingredients, he's old school. He don't know how to cook Sicilian or Italian. And this is actually a tortellini dish with tomatoes. Well, we'll get into that, but this is it rehydrated. I was looking through my antiques thinking, oh dear God, we're going to have a dessert of tetanus shot. This was my granddaddy's. I just pulled it out for the sake of the video, but as you can see, it's broke there. And it ain't killed us so far. It's just been a while since I've seen it. As I will probably do a serve to show you how well it went. But in the meantime, I want to show you what I had to do and explain why. So you take you take all the ingredients that you initially had. And what is missing from this refresh is just the meat and tortellini, which was already in there. So I want to give you a recap as to, and you can do this with lasagna. You can twice bake spaghetti. Granted, it stayed refrigerated because the worst thing you do is let your food sit out till it's room temperature, then try to refrigerate it, then bring it out. And, you just don't want to go there. Gosh, I don't know where to start. Okay, so pretend we have cooked up 2 pounds of top-notch hamburger sirloin grade, or you can use 2 pounds, 1 pound of pork sausage to 1 pound of sirloin, top round. You got to have the uppercuts. So let's see. I took a tool and mashed it all down because it literally looked like half of it had been eaten. So I started out with adding, and these are the sauces I recommend. Don't skip on your sauce. This is a real good. We use it for marinara, but because it's blended with all the cheese and it has olive oil in it, I put a jar of that. All I did was take the leftovers now, mash them out, because they look just like what you saw. It looked just like that, maybe a little bit better, but husband didn't know how to cook it because it was as dry as his personality. I love him, but don't tell nobody. So then I added some more of that. So now we got it mashed down and soggy. Then I start adding flavor where he added none. I cut my chives up really, really small. I added 2 of these to go in the wet mixture that's sitting on the old original dish that hubby made. I'm not going to add any more cream cheese. That's what this recipe called for. Then, And my aunt had a friend who was like really true-blooded Italian. She could cuss you out in Italian. You'd be like, could you please do that again? It was awesome. She said this is when you're making your homemade gravy, is what they call it, or she called it. She said add these two, or at least serve them on the side. It cuts the bite of the acidity. So when I had to doctor that, because hubby didn't make it right, I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but I'm like, well, it's food, and I'm sick and old and tired. I don't feel like it. But today I was inspired. I'm like, I'm not going to let that food sit in there and turn into stone. Let's make it delicious, but better. And of course, I'll do probably do a watch them video after that, or catch him off guard when he doesn't know I'm filming, so y'all can hear what he says, because sometimes he is a riot. But anyway, I added all across the top of that. They're shredded and chopped and all, so it didn't make much difference. But the key is, and the reason why this goes back in the refrigerator, she said, add this to your sauce, especially if it's the pasta's already sucked up it all and it's starting to turn to mush. And he added this, but today I added the proper amount. You want to taste your garlic, not just put it in there. And I was trying to tell him that when you cook Italian foods, these are the most important things, other than the olive. Not the olive. Yeah, not the black olives, I'm sorry. I'm half awake, y'all. I just woke up. You need the trinity of garlic, oregano, go easy on it because it is stout, and basil. And this right here in the grocery store, because they're all the same, they're all dried, they're all packaging different. But on Amazon, they got something called Happy Belly. I got these for $1.48. So I added the trinity, and here comes the goo. I layered that across, went back to my Prego, added this, went back across my Prego, and then topped it off on this. So you'd have to catch the original video. Sorry, I'm not begging you to go back or pestering you to go look at my old content, but I did take the time to put the recipe up if you want the original. The only thing that I left off was I forgot to tell you what the temperature was and how long. 30 minutes for on 450. So I'm going to go ahead and gross the internet out. Chances are I will just throw this out. I'm only doing this for presentation so you can see. And Corning, I'm such a sucker for this collective wear. This, however, was the biggest Christmas fight we ever had. It was a $300 convection top that my husband thought that his mother needed, and he didn't get me jack for Christmas that year. Kind of sucked. Well, he does, but he tells me to buy it myself. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cook it, and I'm going to see what he has to say about it. Because some men, honey, just think they know everything. And I'm like, until you carry humans in your womb and you cook and care for them humans, I don't even. So he always tries to, pardon me, I got to put this up here. He always tries to say, you know, when I say, oh, you do my recipes, I knew how to make that. Stubborn old goat. Oh, this is super soft. I don't even think I need to use the Technics thing. Well, that looks pretty decent. But let's not use this because that actually, you just caught my first response. That actually, let's see, which drawer is it? Nope. I always manage to put my feet in the video. Why, I don't know. Some of these are old. They don't even make them anymore. That's probably the oldest one I got. Add psycho music. Okay, wait a minute, I know what I need. Yep. And as you notice, it's a big one. Oh, Hey, this is me. Oh Lord, I'm showing cleavage. Good God. Okay, so as you can see, just like on the last one, looks like my spleen busted. Okay, you can see the pepperoncini, the olive, the chive, and it's still wet enough to where, oh, we got a cheese pull. I'm gonna make a damn mess. This will be more than I can eat, but. So if you look here, there's all the cheeses, the hard cheeses. And this is especially good if you don't have teeth. And I am speaking to the mature audience. Some of us have them but don't like them. But yeah, that wore me out. But at least Tubby can come home and he has something good to eat. But he'll say I messed it up. And I might say that I may have to taste this off camera. Well, no, let's not. Okay, let's go over here to this drawer. Which I bought a bamboo spacer, but it's so heavy. Could you imagine me trying to eat Italian food with those things? or eat with them, period. I'd starve to death. Hey, Oscar. What are you doing? You always show up. Where's Jojo? Where's your daddy? Oh, yeah. He talks to me. Okay. Yes, smell my fingers. Okay. Whew. I don't feel like doing this, but I found the tortellini. It looks like she's on her last leg. And let's eat it with this little olive. It's probably too damn hot to eat. Mmm. Well, he might enjoy them, but I can't because when you lose your teeth, sometimes you have to go out and spit out. And I don't go out to eat very much. Wow, that really put a definite flavor profile, which will go well for this because this man has diabetes just like me. He's type 1, I'm type 2. He could eat 10 times that. It always seems to amaze me, but wishing you well. Thank you for stopping by, and